Well, they do seem genderless.
Mm-hmm.
Genderless, giant heads. I always say that the archetype, like the Greys, like Close Encounter Greys, if you go back to like Neanderthals, and then you go back to like Australopithecus, covered in hair, heavily muscled, and then you go to like the average dude who plays Call of Duty. Like what do we do?
I play Call of Duty.
It's fine. It's a great game. But you know what I'm saying? It's like people become like these frail, muscleless things, and then your head keeps getting bigger and bigger as the mind evolves, and then human capabilities increase in terms of like our ability to communicate telepathically, all these different things. No need for mouth noises anymore, so your mouth shrivels up. There's a little slit.
And why are the
There's
eyes
vestigial.
so big and black?
Yeah.
Because you're evolved underground.
Oh, I thought it was like sunglasses built in.
Well, it could be the same.
Like that's what I thought. I'm like, well, that looks like sunglasses.
Right.
Like if you want to protect your eyeballs, if like your atmosphere is far brighter, and you have to be able to see things.
I think there was one retrieval story that had that, like one of the black eyes was half open, that they thought it might have been something
Like a little shield.
like a shield. Like that's a legit recovery story. I can't remember it offhand.
Like camels have a weird shield over their eyes for sandstorms.
Right.
Yeah, like they have like an eyelid, a clear eyelid that covers over their eyes. They can like go through sandstorms and not get blinded.
It's an interesting point that you brought up about Neanderthals and a lot of people don't know that just about 50,000 years ago, Neanderthals had basically an empire.
Yeah.
Over all of Europe and
For hundreds of thousands of years.
For hundreds of thousands of years. And then suddenly, boom, they're defeated by frail, weak, hairless humans out of caves. And it's attributed to, we figured out a bow and arrow. We could harass from a distance, projectile weapons. And that's how we defeated this vast empire of Neanderthals who were not stupid, who were
Bigger brains than ours.
Bigger brains than ours. They had art, culture, music. They trained in warfare. They had organized warfare. I mean, can you imagine staring down the barrel of a division of organized Neanderthals coming at you?
Right. Like essentially super athletes.
Yes.
With chimpanzee-like strength.
Right. And speed.
Yeah.
And intelligence. And we came out of the caves and defeated them. Okay.
And eyes so large that they think their eyes might have been able to see nocturnally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that episode you guys did on Neanderthals. You debunked it at the end, but the idea that they were like more ape-like than they were human. They looked like
Dark
these
skin,
monsters,
yeah.
dark skin, fangs. And
Yeah. That was a cool episode.
Yeah.
Mostly debunked, but yeah.
But I mean, there probably was some hunting of humans.
For sure.
And when you're dealing with something that's a far superior physical specimen,
Yeah, when
much denser bones,
Sure.
much stronger than us.
And when we know that we have some of their DNA in us, and it's, when you hear, oh, we interbred with them, that's not precisely how it went down, most likely. It's most likely the women were carried away. That's how the interbreeding happened.
Yikes.
Uh-huh.
Yikes. Or horny men on some lonely Neanderthal lady.
Some dudes like a big lady. There's no shame in it.
Yeah, a big, thick one to
They
make you
just-
some fucking warrior children.
That's it. Just want to be cupped.
Someone's just got dense bones. I'm looking for a lady with a dense head.
Let's have a dense baby.
Yeah, what does their fucking language sound like?
I don't know.
It's like we used to think of them as being really stupid, and until they realized that their brain mass is actually larger than ours, and they were capable of language and all these different things. Like, okay, like how did we beat them?
I don't know. That is a puzzle. The answer is projectiles.
Well, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if we were the only ones to figure out bows and arrows and atlatls and all that kind of stuff,
It would work.
maybe, yeah. Especially if we organized,
But you could still overwhelm you can overwhelm a few archers we would just throw bodies at it. Warfare's been fought like that for humans forever.
Maybe their language is too crude to allow for that kind of communication, like to strategize and you know what I'm saying? Like maybe their language is like very crude, normal day-to-day stuff. I'm hungry. I want to fuck. Like let's kill these people. It was not complicated enough to say like we got an issue here. Like, here's the issue. We got to get around them from the back end, and you guys got to distract them from the front, and this is what we'll do,
I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't make complete sense to me.
Well, why were their brains bigger than ours? That's the weird one. Like, we associate larger brains with more complex thinking. So why would what we think of as the most brutish version of human beings?
I don't know, but don't Neanderthal brains, even though they were larger, had fewer convolutions. So
Oh, really? Do we know that?
that's part of my research, which, most of it's bullshit, but that's what I read. Large brain, but not as powerful. But
Interesting. Well, so maybe the large brain was attributable to physical capability.
just the fact that you can produce music tells me so much about your brain.
And they produced music?
They produce music and
How do we
art.
know that?
We found relics and artifacts of it,
Of musical instruments?
instruments and cave writing and all that stuff. They used needles and thread to make clothing.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, very strange that we beat them.
That's a Neanderthal tool?
Flute.
A
Neanderthal flute
Some sort of flute.
Whoa, a bone flute.
made with the bone of your defeated enemy.
Yeah, some dude you ate.
Mm-hmm.
Made a flute out of his shin. Ugh.
Well, they figured out that death whistle back then too. That's sort of musical.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Aztec death whistle.
It's not the same, but
Aztec death whistle. That's a scary one.
Yeah. Brian Callen blew it on this show in 2019, and COVID started right afterwards.
They summon the demons.
Yeah.
Brian did it.
Remember that?
yeah, it was January 2020.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like weeks before.
Weeks before the lockdown?
COVID was already here.
Might have even been closer.
I think COVID was already here by then.
It's like with the anti-gravity. Why can't we cooperate with the Chinese?
Yeah. Nope.
No. Well, we
No.
we know how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also fascinating to me how many different versions of human beings existed. There's the Hobbit people on the island of Flores.
Right.
That's a
Homo
fascinating one.
floresiensis, something like that.
Floresiensis, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah, the 3-foot-tall little furry creatures that they think had tools and
Yep.
wore clothing and all that jazz.
Yeah, and there's even the different branches. Like Cro-Magnon is not really from our branch.
Really?
That's a different. Yeah, we branch from a different branch. So not
There's
only
Denisovans.
Dennis, right?
And then what are the big head people that they just found recently? This is like super recent. Like there was an article that was made in December of 2024 about this other new branch of the human species that had much larger heads than ours, and they think it was like this really thick, muscular, like heavy human being. What is it called again?
Julian.
Julian.
Yeah. Big head people. Yeah.
So they disappeared around the same time as the Neanderthals 50,000 years ago.
Have you seen the images of the reconstruction? Go to some of the drawings of what these people look like. They look fucking insane.
Were they taller?
I do not know. I don't know how tall they were, but they look fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
There was like a jacked one, wasn't
Yeah, that's the one I want. That's one, but that's not the one we were looking at. We were looking at one that theorized that it was completely covered in hair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Big.
So this is a very recent discovery. So how many? This is the thing. I think something like 90% of the species that have existed, we don't have fossils for.